Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today, I am going to be talking about this controversial piece of media. It is called Life of a Showgirl by Taylor Allison Swift. I have a lot of opinions about this baby, so I was just kind of thinking about going track by track, my opinions on this album. But I feel like I have to preface this just FYI, before we get into the track by track analysis, is that I am not a fan of this album. And I do think that it is Taylor Swift's worst album by far. Like, nothing even comes close. I do think that this album does have some high moments. However, the low moments are just so low where it's like I can't even comprehend what's happening. Like it's just not good. And I just feel like part of that is the branding of the album specifically. I mean, just this album cover anyway. It's not good. It's not good. And also I do have the standard orange glitter pressing of the vinyl, FYI. I got it as a gift. But even just like just the branding of it just doesn't really fit the aesthetics to me. I mean, because I don't know. And another thing where I feel like, and if I can find it, I will put it here. But I feel like in an interview, it might have been with Zane Lowe, I don't remember. But in an interview, Taylor Swift is saying, like, oh, like, I think the songwriting in this album is comparable to folklore. Okay, editing, Braden here. I tried to find a clip of her saying this. This is what she said.
It's like I feel like we actually came together in a really beautiful way, the three of us, Shellback, Max, and I, where we had a conversation about how Max was like, I loved folklore. I loved the storytelling on folklore. I don't want that to change. Like,
Okay.
just because we're making these infectious anthems, like, I don't want you to leave that behind. And I was like, I don't think I couldn't if I tried.
Basically, what I'm saying is that I thought she said it like explicitly, like this is gonna be just like the songwriting is gonna be just like folklore, but she doesn't technically say that. But she definitely did imply it, so I am still whatever. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video. Comparable to folklore. Are we comprehending the same lyrics? Are are we sure about that? But anyway, there are 12 tracks. We're going to go one by one. Let's just dive in, okay? First, we have Fate of Ophelia. I remember when I did my first listen through of this album, I did it at like 11 o'clock my time because that's when the album came out from where I'm from. And I remember Fate of Ophelia came on, and I was like, okay, I'm vibing with this. Like, this is a pretty nice vibe. Like, I am enjoying this. Um, I did not know the story of Ophelia at that time. However, I have since read Hamlet, and I understand what that character kind of goes through. Because are you telling me a man is supposed to save you from the fate of Ophelia, which basically the fate of Ophelia happened because of a man? I don't know. Whatever. Not my place to talk. But I remember listening to Fate of Ophelia and enjoying the vibe. And so I was like, you know what? I'm intrigued. Next we have Elizabeth Taylor, which I have I have some conflicting feelings about because I do enjoy the song. However, the opening is just so jarring because she starts the song by screaming out Elizabeth Taylor, and I just kind of get a little thrown off. However, that one acoustic, I think it's called like cabaret version of Elizabeth Taylor, I did enjoy a lot more. And maybe it's because, the intro to the song isn't screaming at me, which I feel like, that can be an effective way to start a song. However, with the song Elizabeth Taylor, not, no. I just didn't like it. Anyway, going on. Opalite is the third track. I like that one. I think it's fun. I think it's catchy. However, I do remember when this album first came out, a lot of people were saying it was a racist song, and I'm not going to talk about that because I don't think I am the person to talk about that. But just know that that is something that is out there. Number four, Father Figure. Now, this one, I do enjoy this song. However, I just do find it a little strange how George Michael's estate, before the album came out, basically said like, "Hey, Taylor Swift, I don't know if it's like interpolated or used part of Father Figure by George Michael, and we are just in love with it. Like, oh my god, like Taylor's blah blah blah." I found that a bit weird because why? And I think it was because so there can be more hype on the album because a lot of people were making those comparisons before the album came out. So I really do think it was kind of a marketing strategy to make people hype, like, oh my god, it is George Michael Father Figure. The fifth track is Eldest Daughter. So this song I find very interesting, and I feel like I'll talk about it a little bit later. But when I first listened to it, I didn't really think about the lyrics much, and I was just kind of just like listening to the sounds of it, and it really did remind me of an early album Taylor Swift song, like something that would come from Fearless. And I liked it when I first listened to it. However, as I listened to it more and listened to the lyrics, I was like, this is just strange. Because, and I feel like that's kind of something that happens from this point on in the album, is that Taylor seems to be wanting to use these like Gen Z phrases that just doesn't really fit the style of music that she's going for. And Eldest Daughter, I think, is one of the prime examples of that. Using a phrase like, "and we looked fire," doesn't really necessarily fit in the context of a sad ballad. And then we have six, Ruin the Friendship. It's a cute little song. However, to me, it is a bit forgettable. And that's kind of all I got to say about it, honestly. I think it's a cute little song. I do forget about it. Not really memorable to me. That's all I got to say about it. Number seven, Actually Romantic. Now, to me, I'm not going to talk about any of the Taylor Charlie feud because that I don't care about it. That is one that I feel like that is one of the most forced feuds known to man. Because if you think of, okay, not me just saying, okay, I'm going to talk about it. I don't care. Because I think Sympathy is a Knife, like, yes, it is mentioning Taylor. However, I don't think that's supposed to be like a call out song about Taylor. It's more because I think because it's like Charlie XCX comparing herself to Taylor. Like, oh, I see the successful artist, maybe skinnier than most, dating someone in my boyfriend's band, and it's making me feel insecure. And then Taylor Swift just responds to it like, "It's actually romantic all the time you spent on me. Like, it's actually like so cute. Like, you're just in love with me." And I guess it is. Is it Taylor trying to stay relevant? Maybe, but this song fell flat for me. Not because of the theming, which, yeah, the theming does piss me off because stop trying to force this feud with Charlie. Because, like, when like, going into it, I expect kind of this more rockier vibe, which we do kind of get, but I kind of wanted a harder, I don't know if beat drop is technically the right word, but kind of beat drop kind of in the middle of that song to make the guitars go crazy, you know? But instead it's kind of this streamline, not streamlined, but like just like kind of one pace the whole time. When I feel like, especially during the bridge, when it's like stop talking dirty to me, I feel like you could have played up, you know, that production, the guitars, the drums. You know, I just feel like it could have been more. Next we have Wish List. This song pisses me off. I don't like the production. What I like, whatever. Taylor Swift, you want to be, you want that suburban life. Like, I don't care. Yeah, you can sing songs about it, but don't make it so shit. Like, this song is terrible. And then also, why do we have the dollar signs? Why, like, what's the point? Like, we don't need that. It's bad. It's a bad song. I don't like it. It's not my least favorite song on the album, but it's my second least favorite song on the album. I'm gonna look at the lyrics. What are the lyrics? Like, all these people, they want the life that I have, but I don't want my life. I want the simple life. I want the drive away with a basketball hoop, and I want 10 million kids with Travis Kelce. I don't care. Like, I honestly don't care. Like, there is a point where celebrities, they will make content, music, write books, whatever, where it's like, guys, fame is actually terrible. I don't know why anyone would want to be famous because fame is just terrible. And like, I just wish I wasn't famous anymore. And I wish I had a simple life, but I can't because I'm famous. And I'm just like, oh, sorry that your steak is too juicy, that your stomach is well fed. Like, I don't know what you want. Like, I don't care. And the thing is, you don't have to be doing this. You can stop. Like, but Taylor's not going to stop. At least I don't think. Unless Travis Kelce, except I think I'm not going to talk about this anymore. But just know that wish list pisses me off. Because you can do this. You can have that you can have the basketball hoop in the front lawn. Like, yes, maybe you'll have to have security, but you can make this happen. Next we have Wood. I am a defender of this song. I really like Wood. I'm gonna say it. I really like Wood. I think it's fun. And yes, is it about Travis Kelce? But the moment you stop thinking about this is about Travis Kelce, you're like, okay, this is fun. This is a fun song. However, I don't know why they had to use that. Is it Jackson 5 or who? What? Like, what song do they interpolate for this song? Hold up. I'm gonna Google it. But its opening groove is frequently compared to I Want You Back. But anyway, for some reason I thought someone did confirm it. I guess I thought it was like a confirmed thing in the credits, but I guess it's not. So you know what? I'm not going to talk about it then, because like one of my plot points about this song kind of being weird is that they use a Jackson 5 song to talk about a penis, which like yeah, that's a little weird. But I am a defender once you forget about Travis Kelce, and this I just find this interesting. Okay, because I do think that this album is very much Taylor trying to replicate what other artists have done. Because we do, like, Actually Romantic, kind of reheating Charlie's Nachos. Wood, I do think this is kind of her attempt at being a Sabrina Carpenter like figure with this like wordplay, innuendo. Number 10, canceled. I I don't know why Taylor Swift thinks that the media thinks that she's a villain all the time, especially after the success of the Eras tour. And like, I feel like every album since after like Folklore Evermore, but even in like Folklore 2, I feel like every album post Reputation has had a song where it's like, I'm the bad guy, you should feel bad for me, like everyone's coming after me. Because I mean, I do feel like a lot of Reputation is about that. And that's one of the themes of Reputation, right? Kind of like fame and how you're perceived, you know, type of thing. Which is why I think that works for that album specifically. However, I mean, in Folklore, we have like, I feel like Mad Woman. However, that one works thematically with Folklore, I feel like. Evermore, I can't really think of any like bad girl, bad bitch songs. But then in Midnights, we have vigilante shit. In The Tortured Poets, we have Who's Afraid of Little Old Me. And then now in this one, we have Canceled. And it just comes to a point where it's like, yeah, some people aren't going to like you. However, they are not viewing you like they did in the 1989 slash Reputation eras. Like that's not the vibe anymore. So like I don't know. And then also like I don't know. It's just a strange theme that I've noticed in her last couple of albums that she just keeps on bringing up this point where it's like, yeah, nobody likes me, but who's afraid of little old me? Like I have all my friends are canceled, ha ha ha. And it's like, hmm, okay, sure, yeah. Unless she thought like, oh, all those Gen Zers are going to vibe with this. They're going to love cancel because like canceled is this big word now on the internet. Like, oh, like we're gonna get canceled. Like they're just gonna eat this up. And if she was thinking that, that's terrible songwriting. I doubt she was thinking like that. But if she was, terrible. Number 11, Honey. I kid you not. This is my least favorite song off of this album. I don't like it. The production is even worse than Wishlist. It just seems half assed. Both Taylor's vocals and the production. And I'm just like, I don't like it. And I wish I could voice how much I don't like this song, but that's kind of it. It just doesn't seem like she tried with Honey. You can call me Honey if you want because I'm the one you want. She just used the same word twice. Like that's not rhyming. I'm looking at the other lyrics. Like I don't even know how like this goes. Like I don't know. It's just bad. I don't like it. Literally hate it. Where is my things? Last but not least, Life of a Showgirl. What a waste of a feature. I changed my mind. Honey, least favorite, then it goes Life of a Showgirl, then Wishlist. Because Life of a Showgirl is just not. It's such a waste of that Sabrina Carpenter feature. And it does really feel like within the song, Taylor Swift is trying to be like, yeah, I had my time in the spotlight, and I'm going to give it to Sabrina Carpenter. But actually, once again, fame is not as it seems. And you don't know the life of a showgirl. Okay, sure. It does seem like she's, especially like within Life of a Showgirl, I feel like she's trying to use that same tactic that she has used in songs like The Last Great American Dynasty, where she uses this like storytelling method with characters. I mean, I feel like it's pretty easy for The Last Great American Dynasty because like those are real people that she's talking about. Because like Rebecca rode off on the afternoon train, it was sunny, and Life of a Showgirl starts with her name was Kitty. Made her money being pretty and witty. They gave her the keys to the city. Then they said she didn't do it legitly. Like, just already like it's just not good. And then the second verse, she was a menace. The baby of the family in Lennox. Her father whored around like all men did. Her mother took pills and played tennis. Now, I don't know anything. I don't know if this kitty is a real showgirl. If, I don't know the validity of this story. And I don't even know the validity technically of The Last Great American Dynasty. But I can tell you that The Last Great American Dynasty did it a lot better than Life of a Showgirl. And it's just, yeah, it is just a waste of a feature, which I'm going to transition now into a little conspiracy that I saw that I do actually believe in. And it is that the Life of a Showgirl album was meant to be the album that comes after Midnight's. The Tortured Poets Department was an album that wasn't really planned, and that instead of the Tortured Poets Department, it was supposed to be the Life of a Showgirl, and that the Life of a Showgirl was supposed to be a celebration of the Eras Tour, which I can see. I can see that within this album. I mean, Eldest Daughter, like I said before, is a song that I feel like could come from an earlier Taylor Swift album. And like I feel like Canceled is just a song that's supposed to be her walking around on her little stage like a girl boss. Like and like especially the Life of a Showgirl song. Like I do feel like it is kind of supposed to be her giving the reins of pop stardom to a new artist. And I feel like if this album did come out during the Eras Tour madness, and she had this song with Sabrina Carpenter, and like during the last night of the Eras Tour, she's like, I'm gonna bring out Sabrina Carpenter, and then they sing this song. I feel like it would have been different. But that's not how it went. Instead, the Tortured Poets Department happened. Mainly because Maddie Healy happened, let's be honest. So thanks, Maddie Healy, I guess. I heard that theory on the internet and interwebs, and I can't help but agree with it. I mean, I don't really know if necessarily would have made the album then, because I feel like songs like Wood and Wishlist and Honey are songs about Travis Kelce. So it makes me wonder what songs from the Tortured Poets Department were supposed to be for the Life of a Showgirl. I guess we'll never know. Taylor Swift's worst album by far. Not even a joke. I feel like I've talked enough. Thanks for watching. Surprising enough, I had a hoot and a holler talking like this. And let me know what you guys think of the Life of a Showgirl. Did it live up to the hype to you? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? What did you guys think? Because I feel like it is kind of generally not an enjoyed album. But then again, that also might just be the fact that I'm getting content from people that are like minded to me. I don't know. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Cut that.